The number one rule in Hollywood is tell a great story. The number one rule on YouTube is tell a great story while entertaining and educating. So, if you teach middle school TV production and you're during a world pandemic, you want to do the same thing. Unfortunately, half of my students show up on Monday, and half of my students show up on Tuesday, the other half on Wednesday, and the other half on Thursday and Friday. We're all online. We had just gotten done with the 5 basic camera angles: the extreme close-up, the medium shot, the long shot, and the establishing shot. I wanted to create an assignment where they went on an adventure and used all of these camera angles. And then it hit me. Steve Irwin meets Mad Libs. To do this, I wanted to take the 3-act structure and create a story, and then within that story, insert the 5 basic camera angles that my students had learned. I also wanted my students to literally go on an adventure, to get up out of their chairs and move around the environments they were in. When you are Zooming all day long, you tend to sit down. So I'm going to take the 3-act structure and apply it to an adventure that my students can go on. Three-act structure simplified. 1 character, 1 problem, 1 resolution. Act 1. First thing you want to do is create a character. And then you want to define this character, most likely by their costume. So we're going to give our character a fun hat to adventure in and a nice jacket to wear as they go on their adventure. Next, you want to have their adventure be a problem. For this segment, we're going to give them an object or an animal to look for. And that's going to cause lots of problems as they look for it. Once you've created your character and you've given them something to do, it's the end of Act 1 and on to Act 2. Act 2 of a story is designed to put as many obstacles in the way of our adventurer as possible, to make it harder for them to achieve what it is they want to get, which in this case is the animal that we're looking for. The first obstacle we put in the way of our adventurer is we play a sound effect which causes them to hide, like right over there. Our adventurer is hiding because they heard a mysterious sound. When they discover the animal that they seek is looking in one direction, so they decide to go in the opposite direction. We had a problem. We solved the problem. We are rising the action in Act 2. We want the action to keep rising, so we throw another obstacle at our adventurer. We have them get chased by the animal that they're trying to capture. There it is! Run! Oh boy. This is what we call the midway turning point. Things are about to get worse for our adventurer. They had to hide from a strange sound. Then they were chased by the animal they were trying to capture. Now the animal is getting closer and closer. We keep rising the action. End of Act 2, on to Act 3. Act 3 is simple. Find a solution to your problem. Our adventurer sees the animal they've been looking for. They take out their cell phone and they capture it in their cell phone. Problem resolved. Then they say, let's go home. So there you have the 3-act structure simplified. Once I was able to come up with my 3 acts for my adventurer, I then did the Mad Libs part. And I went and just threw in a whole bunch of different variables that the students could change. So this way, every single student would be going on a slightly different adventure. And as they went on that adventure, they could use the 5 basic camera angles that we had taught in class. But the one variable that all the students and myself loved the most was creating your adventurer name. How do you do it? You take your middle name and you add a state to it. My adventurer name, Grant Dakota. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, right? I hope you like what you're watching. If you do, remember to like, comment, describe in the description below. My name is Grant Dakota, and welcome to my adventure.